we're approaching this, or we would like to approach it from a Nissan side, is women are very strong influencers for the industry. There is external influence and there's internal influence. So we will talk a little bit about customers, being as customers to the automotive industry, or employees to the automotive industry. So the first one is a few statistics, and I know that there's lots of statistics thrown at you, but what's really important here is how those statistics are actually going down. So we all know that 85% of the decision to purchase a vehicle is in the women's hand, whether the purchase actually is done in the woman's name or the husband's name or the father's names, but they're actually influencing the decision of buying a vehicle. We know that 27% of UAE cars is registered to women. It's actually a 22% increase from the previous year. So it's a growing trend. You know, it's great for Nissan and other automotive industries, automotive manufacturers and dealers to have such trend. Also, what we found very interesting is that 14% of Nissan sales in Saudi Arabia are now targeted for women post-June 2018. And I was talking to Orsi this morning. She said it's 6%. I called our marketing director, and he said it's 14%. He's anticipating to be 20%. So it's amazing. It's actually a great trend for the industry to see more women as customers. The case study that I wanted to share with you is what we call the She Drives campaign. So when we knew about the law that was released in Saudi Arabia, we as a company decided to really support the women as much as possible, and we did lots of initiatives to actually encourage females to be drivers, to own cars, etc. And we launched a survey along with the government, and this was very remarkable kind of answers we had, that 20% of the women in KSA have already applied for driver's licenses in the region. So although they couldn't apply for driver's license in their own country before the June 2018, they actually go to a nearby countries, the GCC countries, and got their driver's license. Although they're not practicing it in the Saudi, but they know that this is coming somehow in, you know, from a perception perspective. And 61% said that they intend to apply for driver's license in the near future. So let me show you the case study.
You may be interested to know that a few minutes ago, a royal decree has been issued in Saudi Arabia giving women the right to drive.
This was received in the Western world, but in Saudi Arabia, not everybody is happy. Explain what the reaction was.
البابا أول شيء كان إنه مرة مصدوم وكان رافض هذا القرار كثيرة وإنه حتخش في رصيف ومدري إيش عنه وده كلام.
They'll still have to get permission from a male in the family before getting their license.
Women in Saudi Arabia don't need special car offers, they need confidence.
Nissan joins the marketing campaign with this picture of a license plate saying 2018 girl in Arabic.
They've invited Saudi women to a driving lesson. And wait until you see who the instructors are.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام بابا. هلا وعليكم السلام. انت يا زين. والله إني فنانة.
طيب أمشي بعد.
قول بنتي فنانة.
People around the world are using #SheDrives to show their support and share driving tips. They've turned their Instagram page into a driver's guide for women with driving tips and questions for them to learn until June comes.
هذا الموضوع حيصبح في يوم من الأيام history.
طبعاً القرار ليه في الآخر تبى تسوق ما تبى تسوق.
So it's an amazing video. I've actually seen it multiple times, but the impressive thing about this video is the empowerment of women. Those ladies want to drive, they're afraid to drive, they grow in a culture where it's not normal for them to drive, As soon as they had the chance and they were empowered by someone they trusted, they actually made it and they would drive. And it was their first drive. You can see them. It's not, they were not driving before. So it's amazing the power that we can give to women, the trust we can give them. But again, talking about Nissan a little bit, this was not only the one thing that we did in the kingdom to help increasing our sales up to almost 20% of our cars to women. We actually started working with the dealers, with the showroom. We started having women sales because we know the culture there is quite sensitive. So we don't want the women to be uncomfortable going to a showroom and someone other than another female showing her the car. We actually had their own kind of seating area in the showroom. We had lots of social media. On the social media side, we were targeting Saudi groups. We were seeing how many influential Saudi females with higher hits on social book, etc. So, it's very, very important to focus and empower the women, and then it will pay. And it will pay externally and internally as well. So this was the She campaign. It's very, very important. One of the things I was talking to the marketing director, he said it was, he worked with Karim. So Karim is like Uber. I'm sure all of you knows about Karim. So they contacted Karim and they agreed with Karim is that for the first Saudi captain, Nissan is going to give a free car for Karim, for this lady to actually drive. Till now, we don't have the first female captain in Karim, but we're hoping for this, and we're actually promoting it lots. But again, this is what's expecting from an automotive industry to actually empower women as a customers. Now let's talk a little bit about Nissan internally. And again, as I said, Nissan is my business case here, to talk about our percentages. So this is something that I think personally we can do better. I used to work in a different industry before Nissan, oil and gas. And oil and gas is, again, a very man-dominated kind of industry. But I think we can stretch ourselves, and very excited about this white paper that we're going to discuss tonight, because we can stretch ourselves more. So this is Nissan Statistics. You can see globally we are currently at 14%, a very good improvement from 7%. Again, communication campaigns and incentive programs for employers to put more training programs and upskilling females. So anyway, I think I took more than my 6 to 7 minutes. But again, I would just like sharing with you some of our thinking process in preparation for our white paper discussion. Thank you so much.